All right, YouTubers. Finally, I am starting a YouTube channel. I've been encouraged by several friends of mine and several guys who bass fish, professional anglers and weekend anglers alike, or just guys who just love to fish. I am an angling guy. I am a tournament guy. I also like to catch them to eat. However, my approach is to bring to the channel how to get into bass fishing for the most part and not have to spend a whole lot of money, but yet still get good product for your buck and still catch those good quality bass that everybody love to catch. My passion, first of all, is bass fishing. I eat it, I sleep it, I drink it. This is what I love to do. However, I will be talking about other types of fishing as well. Crappie fishing, brim fishing, catfishing, things of that nature, because I want to cover all realms of fishing in general, because I didn't just jump into bass fishing. I actually started out crappie fishing, brim fishing, like most of us do. So I just want to cover some of that too as well. But for the most part, my passion is bass fishing. So the name of this channel is DB Bassin. My name is David Beal, and so DB Bassin is the channel name. What I want to cover today, I want to talk about a few creature baits that I like to use and how I like to rig them. And I got a couple secrets. Everybody loves secrets. I'm gonna give you some of my secrets, some of my winning tactics, some of the things that I use, and some of the creature baits that I use that do not cost a lot of money, but also caught me big fish and was able to give me a win. The win. So, and it also, I cut a lot of checks with this same bait. Not only did I win with it, I cut a lot of checks. I love creature baits. I'm talking about flipping, pitching and flipping. I'm from down south. That's one of my go-tos. I've been to lakes where I had to drop shot and Ned rig and all that kind of thing. And along my channel, we're going to talk about all of that stuff. But for the most part, I want to bring to the channel how you basically pretty much just start learning how to bass fish without spending a lot of money. That's what we're going to learn. Now, without further ado, let's check out a few creature baits that I like to use. And we're going to see what's going on here. Now, first and foremost, we talk about price. I told y'all, one of the things I'm going to do is show y'all how to go to the store, buy some things that don't cost a lot of money, but yet catch you big fish and quality baits, which you may not know and you might even think of. But right now, we're about to find out. One of which, believe it or not, is a yum bait. This pack of baits probably costs, $2.99, $3, right? It's cheap. No. So this bait right here is called the Yum Woolly Hog Craw. Nice, compact bait. Got the ribs in this bait for bubbles and everything to, mimic crawdad or whatever. This color right here is dark grasshopper or natural crawdad. 3 colors in this bait I like to use is this color, a green pumpkin, and a black red or a black neon. I typically use this color right here in the green pumpkin during kind of like the late spring, summer, fall kind of deal. And then in the wintertime and the hard dead of the winter and early winter, I like to use the black neon. All right. I'm gonna show you how to rig this real quick. Just real quick. I rig it on a 3/0 extra wide gap. This is a Bass Pro Shop Dragon head. It's kind of like a football head, but flat on the top. You see how that is? Kind of round or flat on the top and got that corkscrew right there. And what I love about that is you can take a bait like this and rig it up on this thing right here. And it actually teaches you It actually helped this bait fish and stand up pretty good. When football style jigs came out and stuff like that, they started making heads like this all across the board. And what this head does is allow you not to get hung. One of the most important parts with a football head is not to get hung. Not to get hung up in rocks and stuff. This thing move really well through rocks, really well through, brush, grass, stumps, you name it. This thing really well through that kind of stuff. So that's really where the football style heads become real popular, right? Now, the thing I like about this Dragon football head is that flat part right there. The flat part on the very top of it. You notice it's not round. And so what that does is when you throw that bait down in that water and let it free fall, you let that bait hit the bottom and it actually stands up like that, which keep these pinchers upright and make that bait realistic to that fish and makes them attack that bait. Now, this style bait, this little size 4-inch bait, is actually really good for punching. It don't have those long wiggly tails on there or whatever. And so we're going to show you how to rig it real quick, and we're going to go to the next bait. All right. So what you do is just take the head of it and put it on that corkscrew, just like so, and you twist until you get that round part all the way up to the head. And when you get it like that, you want to twist it until the flat part of the bait is towards the hook, just like so. Flat part of the bait towards the hook, just like so. All right. And what you want to do then is measure like this. Measure where the hook is going to push through that bait. You want that bait to be on the round part. I'm going to try to do this with the opposite side. I know I'm right-handed. All right, just so you guys can see it. All right. You grab it right there and you bend that bait right there. That's actually measuring it. All right. And the reason why you do this is because you want that bait to come out straight, just like that. And you punch it through straight. It'll look just like that. Now, you can leave it like that, and that's fine. And when the fish bite it like that, that's pretty good. But what I usually do is take one of them ribs, push it, and just stick it, skin hook it right in one of those ribs. And what that does is make it very weedless, and it's going to pop loose when the fish actually grab that bait. That's one of my secrets to catching big giant bass year round. The Yum Willie Hog Crawl teamed up with a Bass Pro Shop extra wide gap football stand-up head dragon hook. Neither of these people sponsor me. These are just lures I use, and I love to use and I catch fish with, and they work, and they do not cost a lot of money. All right, let's go to the next one real quick. All right, now my next one is simple. People probably have gotten away from this, and it's just, one of the things I can't believe a lot of people have gotten away from it, but I myself still use it, and it don't necessarily have to be a giant one. And that, my friend, is a tube. This right here is a little 3.5-inch tube, and they typically known for 3.5-inch tubes are typically known for smallmouth, but I use them for largemouth. When I'm on smallmouth fisheries, I kind of throw it too at the same time. And notice they done came out with the Ned rig and everything like that. And it kind of took the bass fishing world by storm. However, these little 3.5-inch tubes have really been a factor for me. 3.5-inch, 4-inch, and 4.5-inch. These three sizes of tubes I still use. And also I use them year round, depending on colors. Now with tubes, I got a few different colors. This one right here is Motor Oil Gold, made by Bass Pro Shop, which don't cost but $3 or $4 a pack. And they real durable. Another brand I use is Strike King, Black Blue, Black Neon, or Black Red, people call it Black Red, and Green Pumpkin. I'm the type of guy who likes to stay with natural colors. Natural colors have made me more money than any other color. I know we got the mentholates, the pinks, the lime greens, the banana swirls, and all that, but I'm the type of guy that like to stay natural. I think staying natural, depending on the bait that you use, gets you more bites. That's just me. Hey, it's a bass fishing world. Fish what you want. But I'm just telling you, natural colors are what get you bit more than anything. All right, let's show you how to rig this real quick. I have a 2-aught extra wide gap Gamakatsu Superline hook. I like to use Superline hooks because I don't like for my hook to stretch. Had that situation before. All right, let's just take this hook right here. Now, first thing we're going to do is show you how to get that tube penetrated in that fish. Now, this is a double-sided tube. So what you need to do is take your scissors. It's probably going to help you out real good. And I know you've probably been sticking both sides of this tube, which is kind of take away some of the penetration from this hook. Now, you take your tube. Now, most pros probably know this, but we're going to talk about it anyway. And you cut just a little bit of that tube, just like that. All right. What that does is when you run that hook through that tube like this, you stick it in there, you go down a little bit, you poke it through, you turn it around, and then you come down and turn that hook until it goes like that. Now, remember what that split was. Now, what you're going to do with that split is stick that hook through that split, just like so. I hope y'all can see that. I'm just actually sticking it through the split. And what you want to do is stick that hook through that split. So when you come through that bait, notice that split is on the back side of that, like that. You see that? Now the hook is through that split. And what that does is allow you to stick one side of that thick rubber versus two sides of that thick rubber. So when that fish bite that tube, that hook pokes out a whole lot more. Look how much more hook you got poked out on that tube. That, my friend, is one of my secrets to catching them big bass on tubes. Better hookup ratios, better hook sets, and all that. All right. Another one of my things, like when I got tubes this size, I love to use rattles in my tubes. And that just give a clicking sound, make it realistic to the fish, make them think it's a crawdad, clicking their pinchers, because that's how bass discover crawdad when they start coming out in the springtime. Well, and with this size tube, it's kind of hard to get a good sounding rattle in that little old tube, right? So what I would do is buy tube weights, rattling weights, all right? Such as, where are you? Okay. I don't know if you can hear this. All right. So you would put that rattling weight on top of your tube right there on your line, just like that. And that's what gives me my rattling sound versus trying to stick a rattle inside that tube, which is going to make me lose more fish because I can't hook up from that rattle being inside that tube. Therefore, I put a rattle weight on it. Made by Northland, I think. I think it's Northland. And it actually rattles for you. There you go. That's one of my secrets. All right. All right, YouTubers. I got one more creature bait we're going to talk about real quick. But before I talk about this last creature bait that actually won me more money than any other creature bait, I want you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that notification button. And just share me, man. Just share me. I'm real stoked. I'm ready to give, so much information on the bass world and in the fishing world. This is what I desire. This is what I love to do. And I know you guys love to fish too. So hit all those buttons for me. Get me going. And I'll bring more content. I'm talking about more and more and more. Now, without further ado, I appreciate y'all for that. I thank y'all for that in advance. And so let's talk about this last creature bait. And we're going to make another show and some more content. Y'all show me some love. All right, check it out. Here we go. Without further ado, the number one creature bait that I like to use that most people and most anglers that fish will never tell you what they're catching them with. It's about to blow your mind. Don't cost a lot of money. A baby brush hog. I know you thought it was all the big secret bait and what other pros throwing and no. Let me tell you, it's simply a baby brush hog. Now, this particular brush hog is made by V&M, and everybody call it different. Everybody call it a different name. V&M call it swamp hog. Strike King call it Game Hog. The only original brush hog is probably Zoom. But other than that, all of them simply creature bait. Brush hog made with the two little flaps right there and the flaps right there. They are all brush hogs. Now, some may fish a little bit different than others, but it's just a little bitty creature that them fish love. Now, the way I rig this is I would take one of my most famous and most all-time winning hooks that I love to use, teamed up with these little brush hogs, 4-inch. Now, black and red is one of my favorite colors, and this is the exact color and the exact bait that I actually won most of my money on throughout my tournaments. Is this actual particular one made by V&M. Now, I've used all the other brands as well and won a lot of money with them as well, but this is the all-time money winner. And also, this hook right here, a lot of people don't even really know about this hook, but I discovered this hook by mistake, fishing tournaments. But here's the hook that I use on this style bait, and it's simply a spot remover magnum. Spot remover magnum. All right. It's simply just a shaky head hook, and a lot of people Texas rig this thing, but I'm gonna actually Texas rig it with the spot remover magnum. And I love those screw locks. So what's going on with these screw locks? They actually help you hold this bait up there better, and you can get better hook sets. Now, you see the length of this shank before we get to the bend part? That sets up for a whole lot greater hook sets on these bass. I'm telling you, in their face, in their nose. So let me tell you, here we go. We're going to rig it up real quick. Same thing. You take that screw lock, screw that thing up there like that right there. Get it all screwed up. Now, with this bait, you want to kind of level, straight, with both arms kind of like that. You don't want it kind of twisted, because if you get it on there and it's not straight like that, see how it's sitting right there? Now, with this, you want to kind of just pinch it about a 1/4 inch and kind of stick it in the worm, but not all the way through. So you want it to kind of look like that. Straight body, weedless. When you pop that fish with this spot remover magnum, it's going to come out this plastic and it's going to bury itself in that fish's face, and that's what you want. And that's one thing I love about these spot remover magnums. They are very, very sharp, and they're going to catch you plenty of big bass without all that hard jerking. So when you just pop that real rod like that and you got that hook buried in that fish's mouth, that was one thing that sold me on the spot remover magnums. I used to use the regular spot removers, but the magnums proved to be the ones that I choose because the wire of the hook is a lot heavier than the regular spot remover. And what that does is allow me to land more big fish. And when I'm fishing flipping braid and that dark, dirty water and that gnarly stuff, I can pop that hook in that fish's face and pull that fish and flip him in that boat. And I don't have to worry about, the hook stretching. I've had that before. I went through that for y'all. Y'all ain't got to go through it. I erased all that. I'm giving you the real secret. There it is. All-time winning bait and all-time winning setup. That's the way I rig it, and that's the way I catch giants. So until next time, you guys, I thank you for listening to me. I'm going to bring more content as you guys, tune into me, and we're going to get some secrets out, and we're going to get you catching more bigger bass. And my next video is going to be on some other things concerning creature baits and more creature baits for sizes and things like that. So tune in next time, and we're going to get it catching, get your arm knocked out of socket. So I hope you exercising, because I'm about to give you some tips and techniques that you're going to use and catch big ones. Till next time, my friends, thank you for tuning in. DB Bassin.